this is Pat Walker, Mission Winners, making a video on the MAXLIST. We'll look at the major index ETFs first to frame things up, and then we look at the MAXLIST. I love the MAXLIST stocks. It is one of my primary go-to list. I've had this list in place for a long time, way over a decade. Now, there's been some new stocks added, okay, through time from new issues and things, but these are the go-to stocks. So here we go. Spiders. S&P 500 fell on a pickup in volume Friday. That's a negative. Same thing's true with SSO. Fell through the 50-day on a pickup in volume. Needs to get some support there. QQQ is above the rising 8-day. And look at this. The NASDAQ 100 up on heavy volume Thursday, down on less volume Friday. There's a sign of strength there. Same thing's true with QLD. One interesting thing about QLD is it did fall on a slight volume pickup on Friday. So, we'll have to watch it and see what happens. IWM, this is why I do this. In 1 second, it tells me I better stay away from small cap stocks. Same thing's true with TNA. Mid cap, this tells me to stay away from mid cap. This tells me to look at NASDAQ 100 stocks. There you go. There you go. And then this is finally, this ETF focuses on, it's thin, but it focuses on the MAXLIST stocks. And it's lagging a little bit, but here's the important point. So you've got a broad brush stroke, narrow it down to MAXLIST stocks. So let's do it. First one, Apple, up on heavy volume, above average volume Thursday, pulls back on heavier volume Friday. That's a negative. Indicates selling. Needs to maybe form a handle here and take out the high of either this bar or this bar. At this point in time, that selling volume on Friday is a slight negative. Amazon, we're in Amazon from down here, all right? And it's, it's been a great run. It's been a great, at one time we're up almost 200 points in a week and a half. This is what we're looking for. Note the clean and simple base. And I'm going to show you something. This is what we do at Mission Winners. Slide it back. Don't always look at charts after the fact. Train your eyes and mind on what to look for before things happen. You'll be better for it. Okay, because folks, let's be honest. That's the real world. We don't know the future. We have to assess the now and act accordingly. Pushes through, volume pickup. And a good run. There it is. Locks them in. We're in fine shape. Alibaba, below the moving averages. There's nothing here. Move on. You can say, oh, it might bottom here. Why play the might game when I can sit there and say, gosh, this pushes through here. It's going to be good. There's too much overhead. Look at all this. All these people own it. There's a ton of people that own it up here. Every time it goes up a little bit, I'm selling. Baidu, same situation. Leave it alone. Facebook looks a little bit better now. I had a couple with a high handle right here that it lifted through on good volume, and now it's just going sideways. Fell on a slight volume pickup on Friday. So what does it need to do? Needs to take out the highs of these 2 days, Thursday and Wednesday, on volume and bounce off the rising 21 EMA. Until then, just leave it alone. Google, we had it here. It started to lift, got squishy, lightened up. We're out of it. All right. We're not going to have any problems. That's just run it that way. We keep losses extremely small and we let them run as long as humanly possible. And you're going to see what I mean shortly. All right. The point is this. Maybe it's going to form another base and we'll be ready. Until then, just leave it alone. By the way, it did fall in fairly heavy volume Friday. Slight negative. Nothing to do with it. Goldman Sachs? Yeah. No. Leave it alone. You see when something falls through the 50-day on increasing volume? That's serious. That's institutional selling. Just leave it alone for now. MasterCard, until this lifts above the 50-day, there's nothing really great there. Now, what's the one plus here? Two pluses. A, it's basing nicely. And B, it did pick up on a pickup in volume. Maybe it'll take out these highs on heavy volume and go. There you go. Microsoft's had entry here, chopping around a little bit, okay? No huge push with it. Did reverse down on Friday on a big pickup in volume. And you want to see something interesting? This will help you. Overhead supply. This stock rallied up to this point. Were there buyers up there? Well, of course there were. It went up to that price. And then it gapped down on really heavy volume. Do you think there were people that bought it up here that didn't sell and watched it go all the way down to here. And I go, golly, did we make a mistake? Whoa, what are we going to do? And then it slowly grinds back up to near their price. And what happens? The people that owned it here, when it gets near there, what do? I'm so grateful, Ethel. I'm so grateful, Henry. We can sell for near break even. Let's sell. There you go. And you know what that's called? That's called overhead supply. And it happened on Friday. Perhaps it'll form a handle here and take off. And if it does, we'll be ready. Netflix, nothing. There's just nothing really good here. Okay, it's below the 200-day and the fallen 50-day. Square picked up a little bit here. All right. Good volume pickup. Some VIPs picked it up. We'll watch and see what happens. Maybe it'll continue onwards. NVIDIA's buy right here. I'm going to slide this over for you. You just connected these clean tops here. This volume on that bar caught my eye. Connected it with the top right here. Just a clean and simple flat line. Nothing fancy. And I said, if it takes this out, hey, that might be a good buy. Especially if there's volume with it. Oh, look at that. Good volume. Not as heavy as this, but good volume. Much heavier than average daily volume. And we bought. Goes here. And I told the VIPs, I said, maybe it'll just, right here, I said, maybe it'll form a handle. And if it does, right here, we'll be ready for more. Oh, gee whiz, it does. And we buy more. Takes out this top, we buy more. And buys, and you get this. And that's good money. That's what we're after. MAXLIST stock. Simple. You don't need to do a million different things. Sharpen your axe on a couple of them and leave it at that. So that's where it's at. We're in it. We're in great shape. Tesla, there's nothing happening here right now. It's below the 50-day. Until this really starts to show some power, really not much to do with it. Twitter, the tweets ain't helping. Visa, okay, here we go. Here's Visa. It's going sideways. Here's MasterCard. MasterCard. Visa. Above the 50-day. Below the 50-day. But this does have a better base at this point in time. MasterCard, Visa. So we'll watch and see what happens.
Thank you for watching the video. We hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please hit like. Maybe hit that subscribe button. We come up with new content nearly every day. Also, check out the videos on the right. YouTube recommends the one on the top, and the bottom one is something we thought you might enjoy. See you next time.